Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play for the Banner Saga 2. We are continuing our run here, currently playing with the Ravens. We left Rook somewhere else, although isn't Rook like a crow or a raven as well? That's interesting. I hadn't thought about that. Let's see here. I think I was going to check out our heroes, that's right, because we just got a bunch of renown. Bulwark is injured again. Boo. He's the only one injured. So we're going to move Bercy back in. We got Bach on our side, apparently. We got Crummer in here. Sigbjorn can come back in. Do I want to put you first, maybe? Let's probably just put you guys in order of, like, just who's stronger. Bulwark can sit out for now. Volka can stay in. Bach, sure, why not? You do you. Ollie can come in here, maybe. Something of that nature. For now. And we got 22 points, though. We got a lot of points. I think getting Crummer leveled up would be good because we're going to use our big guys as much as possible. Improve your ability. And getting you another point here would be good. Honestly, getting you these 2 points would probably be okay. I like to have at least probably around 6 here. I mean, obviously, I'd like to increase your strength, but I mean, it's still good to put some points in some of these other things. We could promote you again. I mean, we could literally just go right into another one, which might as well. You know what? Why not? Tempest or Sundering Impact. Ooh. I'm going to go Tempest, I think. I think they're both pretty decent, though. All right, now we're going to go into double strength. Anything after that will be probably crit stuff, but for now, I think that's good. I like it. Cool. Happy with that. Still got all the pipes for some reason. I guess we could give you a pipe. I don't know why we have some, but I give you a pipe. Does that take it away from him? It does. So there's technically still a duplicate over here for some reason. Don't know what's going on with that. A little weird that we got some extra pipes. Maybe that's what it does. No, it is a plant. Surely not, but it could be. Like, you never know. It could be some weird plant thing that grows. I have no idea. This is just one armor, strength, and willpower. We will give that to... I guess we'll give that to you. That should be fine. Cool. I'm happy with that. I don't know how those pipes are working. Maybe it's a bug, but I don't know for sure. It is a plant, so who knows. Let's just leave. Almost to Bindle, although the lady that we were escorting to Bindle is dead now, so who cares? It is... Look... It is very not my personality to play these, you know, rough mercenaries who only think for themselves, only do things for money, and it's like, kill everybody, who cares? But what I will say is that if I have to put myself into that mindset, and I'm like, okay, if I was that person, how would I approach this? And it is kind of an interesting take on things. I don't normally do that in like role-playing type settings. Good news, Ollie shouts. I've been collecting these little clusters of berries. He holds up a short stem with 3 leaves and 3 berries each. Problem is, I can't remember if the leaves are poison or the berries. He seems oblivious to the trouble he caused with the mushrooms. There's trouble with the mushrooms? Did we read about trouble with the mushrooms? But he could just die. Just don't do it. It's not worth it. Get rid of that mess, you shout. We'd be better off gutting you and feeding on your flesh. Ollie looks shocked and hurt, but does as you instruct, begrudgingly. All right, whatever. I mean, we might have been able to get some more supplies, but it's just not worth the risk. A lot of times those turn out bad.
A rough drought. Not a bad place to recruit new blades.
The old wanderer fights his way up next to you. Can't say a thing in this mess. Guess old Ironix hasn't forgiven you yet after all. Shouldn't you have died already? It sounds like a funny thing to say. Spar grunt. Soon enough, I reckon. Of course, these old bones won't be forming any mountain. Brambles more like. He squinted into the distance. Or he squints into the distance. There's bound to be more people from Ormsdollar trying to find a home in Bindle, Spar says. Crowded towns haven't always been good for us. There's never been trouble we couldn't fight our way out of. I think that's fair. Or trouble we couldn't fight our way into, Spar says. Most of the ravens are hungry and lonely. Think that mixes well with a bunch of other people who are hungry and scared? He has a point, but there's little to be done about it. The idea of being around so many others in such a confined space makes you tense. You crave a long hunt and a sleep in solitude. All these people are looking for food and a home. Still carrying the cart. And I'm looking for ale. Is that too much to ask? Or so much to ask for? We only got 4 Varl in an entire company here. Should probably train up some more clansmen to be fighters, because that's just what we would do. We don't need clansmen, you know. I bet that scout tower already sent word for us of us being here. Yeah, the next time we break, we probably will do that. Turn those guys into fighters, because we don't need clansmen. The snowstorm is worse than ever. As you arrive at the walls of the mighty town of Bindal. The gates are closed and you beat a fist against them. Open the gates, you shout. From the wall, 2 menders look down on you, then recede. Soon the gates open enough for a half dozen well-trained guards to greet you. Their one-eyed captain points and says, "Just you." Volka steps to your side. "Not alone," she says. "She comes with me." The captain takes a moment to assess the situation and nods before following him through the gates. You bark orders to other ravens to stay close and vigilant. Inside the small gatehouse are 2 menders from the wall, a woman with a fancy spear and a cub of a man holding a staff. Volka Zephyr it is the Raven Banner. So it seems, but why here? Why now? Just passing through on our way to the Blue River, but this storm caught us. Planned to come back this way afterwards for more work, but now we need some food and a place to hole up. We brought some people with us. They need a new home. I'm sure it felt like the right thing to do, but we're already beyond our capacity here. Are you Bulwark Bloodaxe? Hold your tongue, Nichols. What do you know about me, boy? I've heard all your tales. I can't believe your cold bear cloak is real. Is it true your axe handles are made from your own horns? Interesting. The old mender places a hand on the young man's shoulder. Wow, I never knew I was traveling with such a legend. You ignore her. Are you in charge here? Where's the governor? The governor left for Arborang a while back with most of the fighters to settle a dispute. The Mender Council sent me to bring the people of Bendel west, as we've heard too many rumors of dredge. More than rumors, we were in Borsgard, saw Bellower. The immortal Sunder? How did you escape? Immortal was a joke. He's dead. Nichols' eyes go wide in awe, but Zephyr looks pensive, because he's not really dead. What about the great rift that opened between Borsgard and Ormsdalr? We managed. Zephyr looks like she wants to press you for more information. Enough. Open the gates for my ravens. Mercenaries will only panic the people. With everyone from Ormsdalr, it's all I can do to keep them from stampeding like wild yaks. I mean, I'm not a nice person. But she's also probably very dangerous, because she just looks like she might be able to rip me apart with just a wink or something. I don't know. I'm not a nice person, but I'm also not stupid, right? I don't think. He's kind of, just because he's a berserker doesn't mean he's dumb. All right, we'll camp against the walls. Thank you. You'll have all the assistance with your shelter a Volka and her sister can give you. Funny, you won't let us in when we're on a job for one of your own. You snarl at Volka for saying too much. She shrugs in response. I'm not aware of another Volka being out this direction. Who has tasked you? Juno. Zephyr steps back at the name and studies your face for a moment. Nichols, you and the guards see what you could do outside the walls for the people. I'll see to it and make sure the ravens are comfortable. The young mater nods respectfully to Zephyr and grins at you and Volka before leading the guards through the gate. Morale increased. I'm inviting only the 2 of you to stay within our walls and enjoy a bit more warmth and comfort. Good, but try anything, my ravens will love this place. I think that's fair. Then welcome, and no one's going to try anything. There's no need for such mistrust. Maybe, but I shouldn't have to tell you about my job from your superior just to get an invitation. I shouldn't have to tell you about my job from your superior just to get I wonder if she is a superior. My superior... No, you misunderstand. You have no job. The Volka known as Juno is dead. What? To speak in all tongues. I guess we're going back to Rook. Not actually that far away. The once energetic Mender approaches, looking both worn and troubled. I'm not sure I thanked you for the time to recover. I've never woven a spell that strong before. Are you sure you're ready to move on? You look... I know, I caught my reflection earlier. It's a more mature look. The mentor grins and a hint of his former youth shines through. Is it weird that I just never actually realized that their eyeballs move? I thought these were just still pictures. I've never noticed that they actually have a little bit of a movement. Not everyone would have stopped for so long, especially with the ground rumbling like it has. We'll get there no matter how long it takes. Did you have to push yourself so hard? I'm just doing what the clansmen want me to. Tell me what you know about the... You know, that's fine. Tell me what you know about the ground shaking. You were there at Einertoft when the giant serpent appeared. It feels pretty similar. But why would it be here now? You think it's following us? Ivan shrugs again, but does not meet your eyes. Is there something you're not telling me? The mentor's eyes flash with unexpected anger. I'll tell you what you need to know and nothing more. Are we clear? Before we respond, Ivan sags a bit and grips his staff for support. I apologize. It seems I haven't fully recovered. Excuse me. You try to figure out what that was all about as he walks away. That was a little bit rude, I'm just saying. A metal clanking is heard in the distance and grows louder. You see a Yox cart surrounded by 4 Varl and an older woman hitting a ladle against a pan. All sorts of things for sale, she says, but her eyes go wide when she looks at you. It's you. Special deals when it comes to you. How do you know me? Word travels fast, she says. Think you can slay us asunder and keep it secret? She clicks her tongue and shakes her head. Mater knows of you, sure enough. Why are you out here selling things? She tells you to those... she sells things to those traveling, she says. It's what she does. Used to be as generous as Asalai Mater was, but that was... but that don't buy more supply. I think she's got an accent or like a way with her words, so it's throwing me off. Let me see what you have. Of course, she says, but make up your mind. I will be gone as quick as she... I can't read her. I don't know, it seems weird. I'll be gone as quick as she arrived, and don't get any idea to sneak off with things. These 4 Varl have the keenest eyes, the sharpest blades, the shortest tempers. You feel the Varl watching your every move. I mean, there's no way... Oh, yeah, I was going to say, I don't have any renown left. I got 2. And there's no point in getting food. None of this stuff works. I mean, there's some good stuff here. Really good stuff here, but again, it's not worth anything for me. Now, if I could sell some of the trinkets that I have, it might be worth it. And watch I find out later that I could have this entire time and I just didn't realize it. Easy boy, a clansman shouts as a Yox cart nearly topples to one side. The tamped path of the Eastway Road has steadily turned into a cracked shamble. Looking ahead, it only gets worse. Various chasms gape like open mouths. You glance back to Ivan, who looks to you and shakes his head. The entire caravan comes to a halt. Ivor, we'll be eating our belts before finding our way across this broken road, especially with this many. And there's no telling how far we'd have to go or have to backtrack to head north. Then we'll head south across the Ormsa riverbed. We can head towards Grunder and on west. Trigvi peers around Hakon's elbow before coming into full view. Heading south is questionable. Those people. Why do you say that? Maybe I spent a lifetime there. Plenty of things to eat under logs. But there's also people in the bogs. His eyes go wide. The Skald should hear my rhyme. But what's wrong with heading south? Different ways of living, old ways, stick to the mud, and cragsmen are less bothersome. I think he's talking about the boggers, the rough, backward people of Schwarzbog. Trigby frowns at Ivor. Words like that can find you swollen, filled with poison. He puffs out his cheeks and stares at Ivor. This is why Varl tend to keep to themselves. Each human is crazy in their own way. Trigby hunches over with laughter until he suddenly stops, sniffs the air, and marches away. Strange, but it's a fair warning. We're crossing over into lands most of us have never seen. Just because we left those dredge behind doesn't mean we won't have more wars ahead of us. If we had more supplies, I'd say we stop for a few days and train some of these clansmen to fight. You consider your options. Do I want to camp? Let's camp for a second. Let's just see something for a second. I gotta actually kind of see what our heroes look like. Okay, we do have... Nobody's injured at the moment. I mean, same kind of deal as always. I want to put my guys up front. I'll leave Gris and Reverse. We have archers in this group, so I'm okay with the archers staying around. Something like that. Probably start with you up front and something like that, I think. We do have this apparently. Knockback on strength greater than 3 plus 1 strength. I mean, it's knockback good. I mean, plus 1 strength's pretty good. I guess I'll give this to you. Oh, Ivan's back. I'm sorry. I can be using Ivan. We'll knock it off. Bring Ivan in. Plus 1 armor per turn. Plus 1, 2, minus 1 aggro. Actually, less aggro for her would be probably pretty good. Something like that. We'll play around with some more things later, but something like that. So I think it's going to be okay for now. Okay. We could do some training. Let's go talk to him real quick. The prince is acting even more standoffish than usual. You and Ivor have caught him staring ahead and twisting the ring on his finger over and over. Ursa quietly stands nearby. Glad to be heading home? Ludin turns to the two of you and offers a polite smile. Even after that chasm, would it surprise you if I said no? I thought you hated being so far from Aberring. Life on the trail hasn't won me over, but it's not all bad. It's even possible I've learned a few things about leading people while out here. You, Ivor, and Ursa are stunned to hear the prince talk this way. I've grown up in comfort and trained with scholars and fighters. I've never known anything else. Saying stuff like that won't make you any friends in this caravan. But that's just it. Among these clansmen, I've seen the differences. I think I understand them a bit more. What do you plan to do with this understanding? We make it to Aberring without being slaughtered by the dredge? When we make it. I'll talk to the king about my ideas for sharing information. Advisors learning from craftsmen, craftsmen learning from advisors. You've never seen the prince this animated, but then his face falls. I just don't think the king will appreciate my knowledge. Ursa will agree. My father's not what you would call open-minded. The king's a hard man. Has to be. But his son is his weakness. Ludin glares at her, but the archer only smirks. You tell me about King Meinolf. I suppose, but there's not much to him. He's king. He draws a hard line on nearly every topic. Talking to him is much like being told what to do. In fact, it's exactly like that. Alette said that about me at times. This isn't about being his son. You'll see. Kings usually have to take tough decisions. Usually have to make tough decisions and stick with them. Maybe someday you'll see why. I know. I just don't think he'll care for my ideas on treating with peasant commoners. What would you like to be called? We're all people, Prince. Even you. Perhaps you're right. Just keep an open mind about your father the way you'd like him to have towards your ideas. That's something I've never considered before. I'll think on it. As Prince Ludin and Ursa walk away, you feel Ivor watching you. What? Do you believe half the nonsense you say? I think I sounded really wise just then. It sounded like you've been practicing it for a while. That's fair. I'll work on it. The two of you share a smile before moving on. I just realized, is Ursa in our group? She is. She's not especially strong compared to her right now, but she might be one that'd be fun to level up a bit because she's got that slag and burn ability. Yeah, maybe. Let's go check out the training tent. What can you show me? Plenty. Try to keep up. You can handle yourself, but what about your other fighters? Ever use a Varl and an archer to trap somebody? I don't think I have. Battery ram enemy into range of... Oh. I had not thought about that, actually. That's pretty smart. Let's just move you horizontal here. Because I want to be able to... I want these guys to kind of come up to me a little bit. I need to move her up, is really what I'm getting at. Alright, so we need to move her up a bit. Can we rain of arrows behind? No, we can't. I was gonna say it's too far right now, so we'll have to wait a little bit. Yeah, this will be fine. All right, we don't want a battering ram yet. We're actually just going to rest. All right, so you're gonna rain of arrows behind him. So rank 2 is traps 1 tile, 2 times plus 1 strength, damage if injured within 1 turn. Ah, sure, why not? Alright, now we should be able to battering ram you. So rank 1's knocked back up to 4 tiles. That's just more break if we do more, and there's more if they pass through more units. Let's just, I don't know, let's max it out. There's no point in holding. Boom. It's a pretty big chunk of damage. I mean, that's pretty easy. It works. I hadn't thought about that, but it works. I guess these training sessions are beneficial in some ways, for sure. Good chunk of renown. We do another one by any chance? Never seen a mender with as much power as this Ivan, says Finn. But after watching him a while, bet I can show you how to really benefit from that lightning of his. Sure. Lightning, a chain of 3 or more. Yeah, we've done this before ourselves. Unfortunately, we have to like wait for people to like be in the right position. It's a little bit of luck, unfortunately. I mean, if we move up here, these two probably won't move, but unfortunately she's going to move. Or she won't move probably either. We could knock you back. I don't know how we're going to do this. The battering ram is what? Up to 4 tiles, yeah, so... I don't actually know how to force this issue. I mean, I'll move up here just in case somebody lines up perfectly. We really don't want to do damage here. We're just really just waiting for people to kind of line up. It's a little awkward. Because they're not in, she's not in the right setup here. I don't know that we're going to get anybody set up properly here. I don't know how to, I honestly don't know how to do this. How to force, okay, there we go. We got lucky there. He's going to have to move up, but I don't know. I mean, maybe the knockback was supposed to be something we could use, but in fact, we can come over here and let's try battering ram you backwards. I really don't want to do that much strength. I actually don't, I'd rather you just land here, but I don't think you will. Yeah, she's gonna go all the way back. That's fine. Okay, so he moved before we could do it. So there we go. We just lost it. Very annoying. Like, there's no way to do this. There's no way to guarantee this. I don't think there's a way to guarantee this. Yeah. I mean, I can't knock you back where I need you to be, so... I mean, I could try. Let's try come over here. And let's knock you back. Okay, I was gonna say that puts you back in the line we want, but then he moved. See, this is not... this is really... I already know how to do this, and it's just like one of those things you just have to get lucky in the run, like in how people are lined up. This is not something you can force, I don't think. Yeah. This is going to be a training session that we're just going to have to just sit here and just twiddle our thumbs until somebody lines up perfectly. Really don't think there's anything we can do here. I mean, I'll come over here. Maybe ramming her backwards. I mean, it's still not going to be enough. It's not going to work. But maybe somebody else will line up. I don't know. You never know. I don't think he counts. I think it has to be this diagonal. I really don't know how we're supposed to do this. I mean, I'm going to hit it just because I'm bored and I'm tired of sitting here doing nothing with him. Yeah, there's no way. Kind of an impossible task. I mean, I'll battering ram you backwards because, I mean, maybe somebody will line up. You never know. I mean, as we're moving people around, who will line up where. 1, 2, 3. There we go. That's it. That's all we needed. Yeah, we just had to get lucky. I mean, it's nothing we can force. I mean, you can force a few things a little bit here and there, but it's not easy to force that for sure. But that is a training that we already knew about, so that was nothing new. Any more? Okay, cool. Let's train some clansmen into fighters, I guess. All right, let's go to our heroes. We got a bunch of more renown, a bunch more renown. I mean, I think we just keep maxing out people that are really good. So maybe we start with Mogger here, or Ivor, or Hakan, any of these guys. Let's start with, I mean, how much does Hakan take? 15. So we could do 2 of these guys at 15. I think we'll keep punching this up. Max out the crit. I think that's fine. Technically, we can promote him again. I mean, we could just have a really good War Master, I suppose. You know, why not? Which means we don't need this one anymore. Give him some shield, I suppose. Wouldn't actually be bad. Might have given him a 1/3 there, and then we'll probably give him some shield. Cool. I mean, he can get promoted again. He's killed a lot of guys. He's really good. He's a really good guy for us to keep around for sure and make him strong. So I'm okay with doubling down on that one. Cool. I'm happy with that. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and put a cut in there. When we come back, I guess we'll be leaving here and probably crossing the bog, apparently, is what it sounds like. So we have more fighters now, so we'll go with that. But I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye. I wanted to give a special shout out to the following channel members. Thank you so much for supporting the channel.